my first, not my first, my second contracting job after I retired. I worked for the Physical Disability Board for review. And
Mm-hmm.
what we did, anybody who was medically separated from the military, the person had to submit an application, but what we did was review their packages, like their medical discharge.
Uh-huh.
So some people, like they wind up getting a higher percentage for their medical discharge. So there was a few cases where let me tell you a quick story. So during this time, like I would work from home sometimes, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
would have to contact these applicants, because if they had like say if they were missing some information on their application, or they reached
Mm-hmm.
out to the email and they had questions on the process, I would have to contact them. So majority of the time I would block my number. This
Mm-hmm.
one time I did not.
Okay.
So I had looked up the guy's case. This guy, he was under that same what you were saying happened to the young lady,
Mm-hmm.
and he was assaulted by another man.
Mm-hmm.
And so he had questions on his case. Like I said, I called him and I forgot to block my number.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say maybe like a week or so later, he calls me like full out crying. Like this guy's, I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Who is this? Like, he's just like, no, like crying. I'm like, hey, have you tried to, reach out to the VA? Oh, if I tried to call them, it's gonna be months before I can get an appointment. He's like going on and on. So I wound up just sitting there listening to him for like an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he was done with his story, he's like, he was just like, all right, I'm done talking now. Like his voice and everything changed. He just needed someone to talk to.
Talk to her.
Yeah. So, like he said, it would have been maybe months before he got an appointment with the VA,
Mm-hmm.
but he's, you know, sped his
You
guts
know
out to
something
me.
I
And after that, like I
something I
said,
learned.
at the end of the conversation, he sounded like he was fine, and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna get off this phone now." I'm like,
Phone,
"Okay,
yeah.
yeah." He was
He just
fine at
needs
the end of the
somebody to hear him.
conversation. Yeah, he just wanted someone to
Yeah.
listen to him. Yeah, that was one of the times. Like I said,